What's going on, guys? Craig with Animal Kingdom Pirates going against Dofi. I decided to go first in this match. Hand's good. I have a Sengoku. I'm just going to discard this Colby and Ice Age 2. Oh no, Isho. That's why I keep Colby. Isho and Ice Age are just kind of like meh in this matchup, but 2 Tashigis is outstanding. I think he goes with the turn 1 Perona. Yep. This is a typical start from them. I typically like going first against Dofi with Smoker because it allows you to be aggressive against him and just be able to play, Tashigi's on curve. Also, if you go second with Tashigi, you can, on your 6 Dawn turn, put 1 on leader. Everything. The Branu here was such a great draw. Get the attack in first just in case they have like a trigger of a gravity blade. I don't want them just to get a free bottom deck one. Branu. We take 2k here. Borsalino's just a 4 Dawn investment to get Josuit if they're running it. So I'd rather just have some 2k protection. I just end up taking this. Obviously, my next turn is just probably, just going to be attack for 5. Into leader, then play Tashigi. Again, attack first before they get a free trigger. Let's get rid of this Weevil. Pass. They're not really flooding the board, which is good. So, not seeing Jinbeis, not seeing stuff like that. It was kind of wild to me that they kept the Perona on 5 without the Jinbei. But it's fine. Like, they're playing these 1-cost characters that aren't really threatening. So I can just be aggressive as all get out. Cleaning up my hand. They do take a while deciding how they want to do this. So, I mean, maybe they didn't know that with Buggy you have to put all 3 back on top. It's not like Perona and Blocker Doflamingo where you can put stuff on the bottom. Yeah, they decided to go kind of aggressive here. And I'm fine with this because this is a free swing with Branu into their Perona. I'm going to counter out of these. Again, they have a pretty stacked hand. That was a good draw for me. I like Sabo in this matchup especially. At this point, I'm just going to play this Colby. This was a bad attack here because they could have hit Gravity Blade. That's what I'm signifying there. Like, oh, I messed up. I should have. I'm going to get punished. I do not. But I'm just going to play as, Colby, get rid of their Buggy so they can't play the Bounce Law to get a 2k back to hand. Get rid of this Hina out of hand just for later turns with the, Rebecca and Gecko. Right now my hand is pretty counter light. I was expecting them to go real hard into Tashigi to try to control my board, considering that they're at 2 life real quick with so many cards in hand, just not countering out of anything. Yeah, I was thinking like they would attack the Tashigi and I could just discard this Rebecca to protect it, quote unquote, and then just Gecko it back. But Gecko into Rebecca into Tashigi, whatnot, getting it back to hand. But they just go for life and put down 2 blockers. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I can I'll just get value out of this Sabo and discard the Rebecca. Get another Rebecca. They're going to play another 4-cost Boa here. And I'm just going to blow up both their blockers and just attack in. They don't really do much. They have a bajillion cards in hand, and at the end you'll see there's a bunch of 2Ks, and I just don't understand what they were doing. So this is just a sim bot, I believe. Like, they just concede, and I don't understand. This was a wild game. They didn't counter really. Whatever. So here's second game, going against Katakuri. Deciding what I want to do here. I just decided to go second. Got the Branu. I'm going to keep it with Rebecca, Colby for if they play a Parasparrow. I got a couple 2Ks. No big bodies and no Tashigis. 5-cost Tashigi. Kind of worried about it. Do another 2K. We just take the Porcelino blocker, which is good. I like it in this matchup. I kind of go aggressive with it. This is wild. They just set up their life. So I'm assuming they are putting a Onami or, got the other one, Nami, in their life to KO this Porcelino. I just give them the Rebecca here on the 5 just to set up for a Gecko. I just attack them for 7, see what they got. If they want to kill the Branu, they can kill the Branu. They end up hitting the old Parasparrow here. And I am just going to Colby this, get rid of this Hina in my hand. Let him get something off this search. But I'm just like tempoing them out. Like, I don't care if you have a Hiyori or a Pudding in play. That's just my thought process at this point. They take a 8-cost Katakuri after discarding an 8-cost Katakuri. So we take those. I'm just thinking of how I want to set my next turns up. With this hand, obviously, I have one choice, and that's going to be to play the Porcelino blocker. I get the new Charlotte Linlin off the Pudding. Drew another one of these guys. They shouldn't have played the Parasparrow before attacking. Because I hit this and I'm like, okay, well, again, tempo you out. Trigger my Ice Age, kill your Parasparrow. I think they whiff on this one. It take a while to realize they whiffed. Yeah. It's like, okay. True Branu. So we're going to just be aggressive here. Get cards out of hand. Have them take, life. So I see they're playing the more trigger heavy because they're playing the Dog Storm and some other of those characters. Play me the Porcelino just to have a good blocker in play. So if they do decide to attack for 7, I'm giving them the life. I'm not discarding any of these cards in my hand. Just trash that life. Get a Rebecca. You got it. Better than 2 cards out of my 4. At this point, they're attacking the Colby. They have no other attacks. I'm just blocking 2K here. Just keep pressure on the board. Attack for 5. See what they do with this. They gave me a 2K, which was like, okay, so they're hands. I'm obviously taking this, and I'm gonna attack 7, and then I do believe I attack with Porcelino here because they're just taking these hits, and I'm 100% fine with them. Like, if they want to attack I attack with Branu. That's right. I see what they do with this. And they're just taking these hits. So I know they have a Katakuri, so I'm like, they must be bricked up. And that's how Katakuri can be sometimes, as I found, is sometimes you find all the top end and you just have no counter. Reading this card, Kai has never seen this card played outside of sealed events. So I was just making sure what it does. And I was like, okay, they can put Hiyori back into life. Which again, I'm fine with. I think they play another 6-cost Lin. And at this point, like when they play, like I said, I do believe, and I trash another life. I just don't care because now I'm just gonna protect my characters. Yeah, you got my life. I don't care. So they discard another brick. See Ice Age. I think they attack for 7 into life. Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, I take this because you have 4 cards in hand and no life, no blockers. I can just put everything on lead and attack. And like, even if they use the frog there, I can't remember its name, to put the Hiyori pack, it doesn't matter. So that's what they're doing because they have to discard a card, and they go to 2 cards. Two cards in hand, so now I know this is just easy. Just okay. Give you 7. Put 2 on Porcelain attack. You take it. Put the rest on lead. And get there. Bricked up. Yeah, so played 2 games. First game against Dofi, which was weird. They didn't counter, like I said in the beginning, like the end of that match. It's like they had so many counter left in the hand, and they just, I don't know, they must have been new to the deck. And against Katakuri, they just kept seeing too many non-counter cards. And don't get me wrong, me taking away their tempo with their Parasparrows was pretty clutch. They just didn't get much going either. But it is what it is. That's the game. Variance is real. This is the deck I used. I've been really enjoying Smoker. I'm probably going to take it to the December 7th regionals in Dallas, Texas. That's local for me since I'm over in Fort Worth. Didn't really get to see much of it considering like the game is pretty quick. But other than that, like I've been really enjoying the deck. As you see, I think Brooke is phenomenal in the deck, as you can do a lot of combos with Rebecca and just leader effect and other reducing things. I play 4 T-Bone. I've been going back and forth between 4 T-Bone and, you know, running 2 and 4. Now I'm doing 3 and 3. I like T-Bone as he does just try to roll over. He does have the on play of KO effect of a 2-cost or lower character. So he's like in a pinch, you have an Ice Age, you can, you know, get rid of something, or, you know, a Hina, you can get rid of something. Colby, I'm actually pretty impressed with this one as well, because like you can KO a lot of stuff from Blue Dofi with leader effect and Colby. It is going down in cards in hand, which is kind of rough at sometimes. I've been testing some versions that don't run Colby or 8-cost Sabo, and they run less Gecko Morias. I saw a list from, oh man, Twitter handle I think is FTC. His list is spicy. It runs like 10-cost Kuzans and stuff like that. I think I have the list. I'll show it here at the end. Suru, great card. You can play 4. You can go down like on T-Bones and play 4 of this, which probably is correct. Borsalino is always good. The only issue is like against Blue Dofi, he does get Jozu'd a lot, and that can take the tempo away from you, and he doesn't do much in that match other than, but it's very good against Lucci and the other black decks out there. And Isho's kind of like a pet card of mine. I love it a lot against Black Yellow Luffy. And any like Bonnie, it can be very good against Bonnie as well. Banu, just staple. Sengoku, staple. Now this card is so good. Just get rid of cards that you desperately don't need to draw 3 new ones. Is great. Himepo is there for the Moria Rebecca combos. Hina, I thoroughly enjoy this card. 3 mana, 5k, and -4 cost is really good. Especially if you can follow it up with like a Brook or a Brook on board already, you can start KOing 5 costs when attacking with Brook. Tashigi, 2k counter. Sometimes, just play this card, and when you use this effect, it becomes a pseudo blocker because they can't just leave it on the field. 8 cost Sabo. I go back and forth on this card. It's really good against Dofi, but that is about the only matchup it's good in. So that's why I play a lot of my different Smoker lists don't run it, just because it is bad against other decks. Moria is not the best card in Smoker. This is not the best black deck for Moria. There's not a lot of great, it's not doing the Lucci thing. Smoker doesn't feel its discard pile is as fast as Lucci and some of the other, like Black Yellow Luffy and stuff like that. You don't do a big, huge combo churns, but it's good to do the Rebecca, Branu, Brecca, Himepo, whatever. It's just good. Rebecca, all-around great black card. This card is busted. Sabo, I go back and forth on this one as well. Good against the black decks. I have run plenty of versions of Smoker without it. Tashigi is the reason to play Smoker, to be honest with you. This and Sengoku, this card, it does it all. Like -4 to the cost, and then you get to trash it. So you can do the churns where you play it, like on the 6 Dawn churn. You can play it, put a Dawn on Smoker, use leader effect, get the +1000, then trash the character. Trashing is huge. It's not KO, so you can get rid of the Borsalino. You can get rid of stuff, do a Sabo churn, like from Black Yellow. You can get rid of the Sabo. And Ice Age, you can go to, I like playing 3. Sometimes I'll play 4. But this is, testing a lot of this list. It feels really comfortable to me. Then also, like I was saying, the list at one of the guys on Twitter I saw, he got 6th place in a case tournament with this list. It is spicy. I will say, Jack is a card I really enjoy in Smoker, but I just don't know if it's good like in the version I'm running. It's good in this one because you get the 10 cost Kuzan, which you don't see very often, and Jack are just bananas together. You're just KO and everything. But like I said, this is the list I've been testing. It will change a million times before regionals, and we'll see and go from there. But thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, man, you guys have a great one.